Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Sir Medieval and today we're continuing on our Final Fantasy journey. So earlier today, I am so sorry my internet dropped. There was nothing I could do. I restarted it and contacted my ISP, and after an hour waiting, we got stuff done. But anyway folks, this is my first experience with Final Fantasy XIV. I've been loving it so far. There's so many different things I love about this game, it's kind of hard to put it into words. It doesn't feel like anything I've ever really experienced before. Like, it feels like it's in a league of its own. Like, it's the closest thing I could ever get to saying is a real MMO and a real RPG put in one. Like, you never really think about that kind of thing, right? But with this one, it just kind of makes sense. I don't know why, but I'm going to show you a little bit about it if I'm going to continue our adventure. So here we go. Right now, I'm just level 37. Actually, no, I'm 38, sorry. I'm a Dragoon right now, but I'm working my way up to becoming a samurai. This class, or this game has like 15 different classes, starter classes, and then that doesn't even tell you how many jobs this game has as well. It has far more classes and choices than you could possibly imagine. Like a rogue can become a ninja and whatnot, and then the crafts, they have a lot of those, of course. But the fun thing about it is that it's mixed, like multi-classing, so you can become anything and everything all on one character. Really, really intricate system as well. And like everything I like about the game, like the crafting is nice. The questing is awesome. This is like the first game that I've ever really been able to, well, first game in a while where I've ever really been able to actually do the side quests and not mind at all. It's been crazy. Like, I've just been enjoying the crap out of these side quests. But anyway, the storyline as well, the cinematics are freaking breathtaking. I don't think I've ever seen really a game that has this good of, wait. Oh, I thought that was Hot Tub, sorry. Oh my god. Cinematics are just absolutely crazy in this game. Bam! And welcome back, folks. Yep, we are at the Golden Saucer. So this is a place you unlock relatively early on. It's actually a minigame palace filled with a bunch of different things to do, like the Chocobo Racing, which we're going to get to in just a second. There's also the Triple Triad card game. Very addicting. I recommend that you pace yourself if you get into that. There's also the minion fights that are like the Pokemon battles. It's pretty interesting. This isn't the majority of like the selling point of the game. There's a lot more to do, like the raiding and whatnot, and the questing that we're going to get into in a little bit. But I've got to get my daily Chocobo Racing, so let's get to this right now. Here we go. And here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Chocobo races, heck yeah, speed and glory. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm ready for this. Costa del Sol. That's a nice name for a map, actually. I like this one, and it's nighttime. There's a lot of small details in this game that I have learned to appreciate, like the day-night cycle, of course, the dynamic weather system. Each city actually has its own, kind of like a determination, like a way of determining what the weather's going to be like the next day, kind of thing. Now, I've upgraded my Chocobo just a little bit, but it's still got a lot of room to be improved, of course. There's always an improvement to be had. Now for the Chocobo stuff, it's all about the stamina, you know? The stamina bar at the bottom. So what you want to do usually is you want to make sure that you keep on using the items first off. And you always want to make sure that you keep that stamina up. Make sure you don't burn that stamina. Do not burn that stamina. So what I'm doing to make sure that I have that on lock is I'm actually using the backdash. Oh, there we go. All right. This prevents you from using stamina and therefore prevents you from going lathered. It helps a ton. Oh, silly billies. Psh, take that, buddy. Okay, so if I'm going to win this fight, I have to do something. I have to pull out some MLG stuff, but we're still at 49% here, so we've got a ways to go. We've definitely got a ways to go. I got to be careful when I'm near this guy, though. Might pull out some spikes, start draining my stamina at a very fast pace. Now that guy up there, that dude is just gone. I don't know how I'm going to catch up to that man. Fair play is at 22% stamina, however, so that could be something. And I could send him into a frenzied state. Not the best plan, but perhaps that would do something for me. So it's accelerating out of control. That means he's burning a lot of stamina. We have 76% to go, so perhaps I can do this. 6%, he's about to run out of stamina. We're getting close to the finish line, however. And he's 0%. Oh, snap. Somebody might start falling behind. Oh, can we make it? 87%, let's see. Let's find out. Hey, buddy, you should start, oh, hold up. Hold up. Oh, come on, come on, come on. And this is how you win the Chocobo races. Oh my goodness! Oh, by the skin of our teeth. By the skin of our teeth, we won. Whew. Ah, that's fantastic. Well, folks, that's some of the fun mini games that you can do in this game. I'm glad I was able to share that with you. That was a magical experience. Can I get a bonus, please? Nope. I sure can't. But hey, my Chocobo ranked up by 2 points, actually. 2 levels. So I'll take that. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and jump into something else here. Let's do a dungeon or something. Here we go. Well, I was going to show you a little bit of the triple Triad game, but it looks like we're now ticking for the dungeon. Please tell me I can open that menu back up. Oh, right. Thank you. Great. Alright, well, looks like we're running a dungeon now. Let's go ahead and get to it. So this is what's called the random dungeon queue that you can do. It's one of the main features that... No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we're doing a duty leveling. Is what they call it, duty leveling, but it's pretty much just a random dungeon queue. But actually, if you join a new server in this game and it has a star next to it, you get experience bonuses, and you also get this buff called Road to 60. So it basically increases your experience by like 100%, I think. Your experience gain makes you level up so much quicker. Pretty nuts, actually. The game in itself is pretty much of a grind in terms of like the questing and the leveling. But with that buff, though, it makes it so much easier. Now, I will say early on that the combat does feel slow. It does get very slow at first. But it starts picking up like once you start getting the majority of your skills. And in this dungeon in particular, we get leveled down so that we can get the bonuses from it. So this is going to be looking pretty slow indeed. And let me go ahead and turn the sound down before we begin, because it's about to get pretty darn loud. Alright, let's do this. So like this, what I'm doing right now, this is a good representation of how the combat's going to feel for you early on. However, once you start getting the majority of your skills up, and like you can see that all these skills are on a global cooldown, these skills down here don't actually share that global cooldown, so that means that you can use skills in between. So it's kind of like a turn-based sort of thing with the global cooldown, like the speed of it rather, but at the same time you can bypass that with those skills. There's also certain buffs you can apply as well in the meantime while you're doing those skills. They affect the same, they're on the same cooldown as these ones pretty much. They're like on a separate cooldown entirely. They're on their own individual ones basically. This game also functions off of the traditional positioning combat, where some of your skills, like mine for instance, they actually benefit from being at their flank or their rear. So for me, like for this skill right here, you can see it does 190 when executed from a target's flank. Flank in this game is side. And then rear would be, you know, the rear. This game basically benefits off of the traditional methods of dungeon grinding, such as like CCing mobs before they get to the rest of the group, or focusing fire, that kind of thing. Very strategic based, and the raids get absolutely insane. The PvP isn't as popular. The main selling point of this game is the PvE, and like the storyline, the questing, that kind of thing. It's a very PvE-centric overall base game, if you're interested in something like that. That being said, though, there is a ton of stuff to do. Like, it's overwhelming a little bit, like how much there is to do, really. I'm still figuring out all that there is to do, and I'm still trying to figure out, like, why... No, I've already started figuring it out. Like, why this game is so highly acclaimed. Still one of the most critically acclaimed MMORPGs of all time. Like, come on, man. We gotta try this out. My first experience with it. See, you can do those combo skills during that, like during that global cooldown, so that's very nice. So I do have access to these skills as well, except that because I'm scaled down, because the rest of us are scaled down as well, we don't have access to those in this dungeon. You can also get a Chocobo Pet. Yeah, this game's version of mounts is the Chocobos. However, there are a bunch of other mount skins that you can have access to. Some you can unlock in-game, actually a lot you can unlock in-game, and then of course there's some that you can unlock through the web panel, the mod station. There's a bunch of different ways for that, though. This game also does feature companions, like the ones that walk behind you, and there's actually classes that actually have companions with them, like pet classes. That's what I wanted to say. I don't know what it is, but like Ever since like about a week ago or so when I started playing this game, my speech pattern has just been the worst. So please, apologies for that. See what I mean? I'm not speaking properly English anymore, people. I don't know what happened. Something happened to me. This is just a mini boss here. And all done. Now we just keep on moving on. Now usually Dragoons are supposed to be the guys that run ahead of the tank. But see, I'm supposed to be breaking meta here. So I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm gonna be a good little DPS. And I'm gonna stand behind the tank when he's trying to pull mobs. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. It's also been said that Dragoons are supposed to tank from the floor, as they say. And since they're DPS, that basically means they're supposed to die. But we're not going to do that either. See, we haven't died, except to one thing. And the thing that we died to, let me tell you right now, it didn't count. And let me tell you why it didn't count. Because it was over leveled. I didn't know what I was doing. And what's gonna happen is, everybody's been telling me, there's these things called primals, right? Like, there's this one called Ifrit. They're the giant, picture like BAMs and Terra, stands for Big Ass Monsters. They're giant mobs that are bosses that you can fight with the party. And there's multiple ones of them. They're like gods, basically. They're old gods. So there's one called Ifrit that we already took down. The next one up is Titan. And people have been telling me that Titan always kills Dragoons. That people are destined to die in there if they're playing a Dragoon. So I'll tell you what's going to happen. We're going to go in there. We're going to do it. 0 deaths. And we're going to redeem ourselves after. That means we're going to go back down to 0 deaths. Okay? Because the first time, okay, it was just some random purple quest that popped up. By the way, this game has events. Kind of like rifts in Rift. Or like dynamic events in Guild Wars 2. This game also has that aspect as well. Which is pretty cool. I like that fact. I wasn't expecting it to have that. In this game as well, if you're worried about something like population, you don't really have to worry about that. Because everything's actually cross-server. So you don't have to worry about that at all, really. It's pretty nice. God, the game sounds loud. Let me turn this down even more here. Jeez. There we go. Yeah, since things are cross-server, like even PvP, you really don't have to worry about too much. It makes it really nice. There we go. Now we're talking. Gotta get those stuns on them. Gotta use everything in our toolkit, everything we can. Everything we can. Boom. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait to unlock the higher level dungeons. By the way, a lot of the stuff that you unlock in this game is done through the main quests as well. Don't forget that. So like the dungeons, your ability to ride a mount, your ability to have a combat pet as well. By the way, everybody can really have a combat pet. Summoner is, like Summoner and I think Scholar are the pet classes. It might be Astrologian. There we go. I always have trouble pronouncing that, and I probably still failed at that. But either way, yeah, those are the two like main pet classes. But everybody can have their Chocobo be their, or their mount entirely, be their combat pet as well, which is really awesome. Helps a ton. You can actually spec it into becoming a tank or a healer or even a DPS. Kind of like SWTOR, how they have their pet layout. So you can basically switch it to attack, defense, or heal. Except with this one, you have to make a decision, and you're stuck with that essentially. So you got to make sure that whatever you choose, it's the right thing. Alright, we're just going to be killing a bunch of these ones for a little bit here. Sit back and enjoy. I really wish I had access to that last skill, though. This one right here, Disembowel. I wish. For me, it's all about positioning. I gotta make sure that I'm doing as much damage as I possibly can. So for me, I'm always staying on the flank. Nice. I'm currently working on unlocking the ability to become a samurai. That is my class right there. That is my first choice at the very least. I have got to become a samurai. This just needs to happen. My God. Watch out for the telegraphs. Oh yeah, here we go. And level up. Alright, now we're level 39. So we're one level away from 40 as well. These places just level you up crazy fast. It's a little nuts. Alright, there we go. Definitely more relaxed until you get into the raids experience. Like when you start doing the raids, the primals, and everything else you're able to do in this game that's pretty much related to endgame, it's very relaxed. Very relaxed. And I think we're about to come up on the boss as well. We're getting there. Okay, so we also want to focus fire. So we want to go for the Minda. Yeah, yeah. Can't handle this, sir. You're not ready. He ain't ready. And I believe this is the last Void Soul Collector. I want to call him a Soul Collector. Forget Counter. You're a Void Soul Collector now. Last one before the boss, I'm pretty sure. We got this. And bam! The alt is no longer sealed. It's time to interact. And yep, it's time for the boss fight. This game is very big on cutscenes, dynamic effect. And I've been watching every single one of them. And I've been reading through all the dialogue. Who summons me from the void to reside? Okay. Don't let me read then, why don't you? You seem surprised. Do not cross our gate and search for blood? Come hither, children of dawn. Alright, this guy's going to take it down. He's going to go down. Like right about now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Come on. This game, of course, has very intricate mechanics when it comes to it. Very interesting mechanics. This early on, you won't be seeing anything too crazy. That's when you get into the primals and the raids. That's when you're going to start seeing some crazy stuff. And the endgame dungeons as well, more than likely. Oh, yep. These make them invulnerable if we don't take down these minions here, so we kind of have to do that. No other way. I'm sorry. No other way. And then, of course, the minions. Never forget the minions. And the telegraphs. Which we will never die to. Right? I hope. Maybe. Oh, here we go. Okay. And he's almost down already, so we're about to do a limit break. Now that's a special ability you can use when the bar in the top is filled up. We got to make sure that these minions are down, though, before we do it. Now, if I were to do this when I had 3 bars up, it would do a heck of a lot more damage. As you can see, that was awesome, right? Not to mention, aside doing a lot more damage, it would also have a cinematic effect. It would look insane. I believe. I haven't actually done it yet, so I can't say for sure, but that's what people have been telling me. And that is the boss fight. Boom. And this dude got destroyed. I think this is one of the dungeons that got nerfed, actually, too. That works, though. Duty complete. Yep, that's right. We got all our XP, and my character has that creepy freaking smile going on still. I love it. Doing his part, doing his part. Thanks so much. And I can't type in party chat yet. Player commendation wasn't able to vote, but that's okay. I was too slow on the count. So I guess we get to go ahead and end this with the triple triad match really quick, right? I wanted to show you one of those. Here we go. I'm probably going to get my butt kicked, but that's okay, because we're showing it. It's for science. So here we go. So this is basically your tic-tac-toe, but this is like an intense version of tic-tac-toe, like a very intense version. We got plus. I forgot what the rule was for that. Oh, it tells you. When a card is played, if two or more of the sides are touching other cards, and the sum of the ranks on... Wait, what? The other cards are flipped. 3 cards are chosen at random from each deck and... or place face. Okay. So nothing special then. Alright, well, let's go ahead and set our first card. Here we go. Boom. She got me. Oh no, she got me. Oh no. Let's go ahead and put this here. We're gonna see if we can combo. Oh, she countered me, actually. Wow, that was good. Okay. She's gonna counter me again, more than likely. Yep. Wow. Alright then. Alright then. This is how you lose. This is definitely how you lose. You're gonna find this hard to believe, but that... what? That never, ever happens to me. That's not how the... What? What? It is but a game. The result bothers me not in the least. I don't know what happened there. That just happened. Okay. So, when you win against these NPCs, you get cards from it that you can check out. What the hell? Okay, let me see which one I got. I got Frixio. Oh snap, she's got 666. Evil, but I like it. Okay then. Wow. Well, that's all I really got to show you then. Be careful with triple triad. I told you, it gets addicting, and I don't know why. I'm going back in. I was only supposed to do one of these every 24 hours, but as you can see, we're not stopping here. But that's all for today, folks. I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful night or day, and I will see you next time. Later, folks.